everybody, it's me, Mackenzie, and today I'm going to be doing a story time on how these girls hated my guts for no apparent reason. So, have a little snack, and we're going to jump right into this. So, this story takes place in 2018. By the title, you can see there was double trouble. It was two of them. These girls literally hated me for so long. I don't even know why. Like, it was just one day they seen me and just started instantly hating me. Like, so basically, in 2018, I moved to the city. And I really didn't know anybody in the city because I wasn't really, I wasn't really the type of person. I wasn't really social back then. So it was like, I didn't have any friends in the city. I really didn't have friends, period. But, in 2018, I started going to school. I didn't go to the same school as anybody on my street or anybody in the neighborhood. So, nobody rode the same school bus as me. So I really didn't have a chance to mingle with everybody. But I did used to see the kids playing up the street. And I was like, well, maybe one day I'll go up there and I'll play with them. But it wasn't really that much of a big deal to me. It was so more of, oh, if I go up there, I go up there. So one day, these two boys caught me getting off the bus. I'm going to give them, they don't really need a name, but I'm going to give them a name. We're going to name one K and A. So K and A both, they both see me. They caught me off the bus and they came up to me and they started talking to me. They was like, oh, you're pretty. How old are you? Da, 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 da. Why you don't come outside? Basically asking me all these questions. Hold on, y'all. Let me open my snack. I can't open them. Oh, I got it. But basically, they were asking me questions like, why you don't come off the street? And I politely told them, I was like, I don't really, I'm not really a social person, so I don't really talk to nobody. So they left me alone, and I went in the house, I changed my clothes, and I'm finna go for a walk. And on my way out the door for the walk, they caught me again. No, I think it was only K this time. K caught me, and he was like, well, we'll be up the street or whatever. You should come up there and kick it or whatever. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's not a bad idea. So I take my little walk and I go in the house, freshen up, and I come back outside and I go up the street. So I go up the street, I meet everybody, and I meet Thing One, which is the older sister. I didn't really meet her, but I seen her, and it was like, okay, it's another female on the street, because it wasn't really a lot of girls on the street. I mean, it was a lot of boys. It was a lot of boys on the street, which it really didn't bother me because I like to play football and I like to horseplay, so it wasn't really bad for me. So I met Thing One. She wasn't really around or whatever. She was, she was there, but she didn't make a huge impact on the environment. So, next day comes around. I'm going up the street almost every day. They're coming to my house, and they're like, "Can Mackenzie come outside? Can Mackenzie come outside?" I go outside, and I noticed that Thing One also had a sister. Which Thing One's sister, she used to be around, but she didn't talk much. She didn't really talk much. So with her not talking, it wasn't like she didn't make a big impact either. Like, it was just, you're here. She used to talk to, there was another girl that lived on the street. They used to talk to each other a lot. I'm like, well, why why they don't talk to me? Maybe it's because I was with the boys a lot and I was really like really into the stuff like that. Like I really like playing football and I really like hooping and stuff like that. So maybe that was why. But later on, like 2019 type, I really got into, you know, making dub smashes and TikToks. So back then, dub smash was real hot. So we, you know, we made dub smashes and we made TikToks and stuff like that. And to my seeming, everybody was cordial, but it was some secret animosity between me and Thing 2. Well, more so with Thing 2, just because Thing 1 did not like me. Like, I don't know what I did to this girl or what, but she always had something negative to say about me. And I was like, well, what did I do to you? Like, and I used to ask her that. I used to be like, what did I do to you? And she would never tell me. Like, she never had a valid reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I had a reason.
What was the reason?
I just explained the reason.
What was the reason?
What I did to her. And it used to bother me, like, you don't like me, but I don't know why you don't like me. Like, so, you know, 2018 goes by, 2019, we're coming into 2019, and it's just a whole lot of mess. It's messy, like, it's really messy. And, you know, Thing 1, she's older than all of us, and it's like, she comes outside, but she says little slick stuff. She'll like, she out here again. Man, why she come out here like that? Why she ugly? And mind you, I used to have on leggings. I used to have on like leggings and a t-shirt and a long sweater. Like, I didn't come out with like short shorts or a crop top. Yeah, I might have came with a crop top and some jeans or something. But usually my crop tops, you couldn't even see my stomach. So it was kind of like, and they weren't tight. They were very flowy. So it was like, what did I do? So that, I just really blew it off. For 2018, 2019, I really blew it off just because it wasn't really that big of a deal to me. Like, you just, like, at the end, it was like, you're a hater. Like, you're mad. Like, so 2020 comes around, and this is when stuff really starts to get, you know, like, well, I'm not gonna say 2020. I'm gonna say the end of the middle of 2019. The middle of 2019 is when stuff really got crazy, because I had an older cousin and she used to come over all the time, and it was like, they used to hate, like, excuse me, but they used to full-blown hate us. Like, they used to full-blown hate us. They used to pick on me all the time when I was by myself. But when my older cousin came, it was literally like a gang of them. It would go from the two of them to the two of them plus 3 other girls plus 4 other girls. Like, I was so like, what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? Like, what's the issue? Like, I really asked her, and I was like, what's the issue? Like, what's the problem? She's like, girl, shut up. Like, she used to brush me off, and I used to be like, well, if you're not gonna tell me what the issue is, then how can we fight? Like, my bad, y'all. If I'm picking with my hair, I'm not really used to wearing my hair curly, so it's kind of like in my face, but maybe I have to get used to that. So she's basically like, girl, shut up. Like, basically trying to bully me, and I wasn't really going for none of that. I wasn't really going for none of that, but it wasn't so much of, girl, what's up? Like, I wasn't really on the defensive, because back then I was really sweet. I was really a sweet kid, and I didn't like drama or nothing like that. Like, I never fought or nothing. I didn't fight until the 7th grade, maybe. Yeah, I didn't fight till like the 7th grade or something, and I really didn't even want to fight in the 7th grade. Like, so it was just a lot. So, you know, my cousin Steady, she coming over here. We're dominating. Like, we're dominating the street. Like, we're them girls. Like, we was the baddest just on the block. Like, for real. And I feel like everybody just, all the boys was around us, and it was just the girls. It was just, They gave us a stank look, stank attitude. It was just bad all around the board. And thing too, she used to play wishy-washy. Like, I feel like she used to hang around me or hang around us just so she can get like information and then go back and tell her sisters, which we never talked about them or nothing. It was really just we having fun. At that point, we're really having fun. Like, we're literally minding our business. So, you know, 2019 really closes out. It was cool. I mean, they still was mad. We still didn't have no reason. We still don't got no reason to this day. So it was just, hey. So 2020 comes around and I get a boyfriend. Which, this is my first boyfriend, my first real boyfriend. Whoa. I'm not gonna say my first real boyfriend, but he was my first boyfriend on the street. Or my first boyfriend in the neighborhood. So it was like, oh, like, hey, like, everybody knew that we was together. Even though we didn't show, like, we didn't hug, we didn't kiss, we weren't hugged up with each other. Like, I wasn't up under him. I wasn't in his skin 24/7. I mean, I was never really in his skin. It was just like, we said that we were together, so now you know that we together. Like, so one day I left and I found out that she was flirting with my boyfriend because one of my friends called me and was like, you know, thing too, flirting with your boyfriend, they outside right now and she all up on him and he just sitting there and he probably telling her to get off, but I don't know what they saying. So he points the camera out, so I'm like, But thing two, you have a boyfriend. Like, thing two really dated everybody on the street. Not to throw her up under the bus, but she really has. Like, she really dated everybody on the street. So it's like, wow, like, now you going after my man when you got a man? So, you know, first thing I thought, my man is my man. Like, her man is really finna be my man. Like, I'm really finna take her man. That's finna be my man. So, I let it go. I blow over it. I didn't say nothing to neither one of them. I just, I did my little magic. So, one day I posted pictures, and her boyfriend followed me before I posted the pictures. But I posted the pictures, and I sent them to him, and I'm like, like, comment, and repost. So, I used to do it a lot. I used to send my pictures to almost everybody that I followed, because I didn't follow that many people. And I told them, I was like, comment, and repost. And they did it. So, he reposted my pictures. And after he reposted my pictures, we started talking. He asked me to be friends. And I was like, sure, like, that's cool. And after we started being friends, we started texting all day, every day. We started being flirty or whatever. I'm like, you know what? I'm finna get him. Like, I'm finna get him. Like, this is finna be my man. Like, I'm finna take her in. And my one friend that was on the street with me, I told her all about this plan because I felt really strongly about taking her man because you were flirting with my man, so your man is finna be my man.
And
flat out. So, we started talking, and then we started sneaking to go see each other, which I don't know how they didn't know that we were we were sneaking to see each other, because in order for him to get to my house, he had to walk past her house, which my house was the only house that wasn't, it was a hill, but my house was down the hill, and their houses were up the hill. So I'm like, you don't see this man walking down the hill to go to my house? And they didn't see me walk past her house to get to his house. And mind you, my boyfriend at the time, his house is literally right next to her boyfriend's house. So it was like, y'all didn't catch us? Like, I used to wake up in the morning. I used to bring him breakfast. What else? I used to bring him breakfast. We used to walk around the neighborhood together. We used to talk. We used to, everything. So it was like, how did y'all not peep that? But after a while, you know, we really didn't tell nobody that we talked. The only person that knew was who I told and the one person that I told and whoever he told. So, a few weeks go by of us talking, and I'm up the street. Thing one, she really didn't come outside. Well, during the year of 2020, she really didn't come outside often, so it was kind of like, okay, like, you didn't come outside. But when she did come outside, it was always some mess. Like, it was always something with me. So basically, she came. This is her house. This is where we all out. We literally directly across from her house. Her skinny twig built self came outside, waddled over there, waddled to where we was at, and was like, she came over there and she was like, which one do Mackenzie date now? Which one do she date now? What you mean, which one do she date now? First of all, don't even play like that, because you know who my boyfriend is. That's number one. And number two, which one do she date now? I'm only dating one of y'all, one of them. So what are you talking about? Your sister has dated everybody in this circle besides my boyfriend. So what are you talking about? Miss Ma'am, what are you talking about? So the girl that I was with at the time, her name gonna be Op, because she gonna be in another story. But Op comes and tells me that she said that. So I went over there. I said, "What you say?" She said, "What you talking about?" I said, "Why'd you coming over here saying which one do I date now?" She talking about something. What? Didn't nobody even say that. I said, which one of these boys do she talk to now? I said, well, why'd you worried about me? She like, girl, shut up. So we going back and forth. She in the street, I'm on the sidewalk. And I'm like, so what's up? You in the street, do you need me to step out here? Like, we finna get down. Like, is you finna get down, or is you
trying to get down, or you just trying to run your mouth? You the one that came in here. You trying to get down, or you just trying to run your mouth? If you got a problem, then you trying to get down, or you just trying to run your mouth? Oh, you just trying to run your mouth?
Your mouth. Like, come on. Like, is we finna fight or what? So, mind you, me and Op are both arguing with thing one. Thing two is just sitting here and she just looking. So, boom. She stopped arguing. I sit down. I come here. I sit down. I got that dog in my hand. I'm petting that dog. I said, come here. She like, is we finna settle this, or is I'm finna get a speech? I said, you finna get both. Because one, you have younger siblings that look up to you and you're teaching them wrong. So she like, girl, I'm done talking to you. I don't want to hear no speech. I'm like, girl, then what do you want to do? Like, do you want to fight or what? So she's like, girl, I'm grown. I'm too grown to be fighting you. I'm too grown. You're a little kid. Stay in a child's place. I'm like, you're steady in a child's place, though. Like, you steady in a child's place. You steady worried about me, baby. But you worried about me, but you're grown. So I put that dog down and I get up. I said, so what's up? What's up? So she go and she stand on her porch. I said, and stood on her porch. So she just stood on her porch. So she knows that I'm not finna go up there and hit her, because if I do, I'm gonna get in trouble. Like, cause I just walked on your property and hit you. Like, if I walk on your property and hit you, that's assault. Like, come on now. Like, so I said, step out in the street. Let's fight. So I'm telling her, I'm like, let's fight. She's like, no, we not finna fight. I'm grown this. I'm grown that. I'm grown. She keeps telling me I'm grown, but you steady worried about a child though. So I'm so lost. Like, are you grown or are you a kid? Are you a teenager? Or you can't be in the middle, like. So So I go back over there and we all mingling together for the first time in forever. It's her boyfriend and my boyfriend. They crew, they all combined together. We all chilling. So I go to her boyfriend. I said, you better get your people before I tell them what we've been doing. He look at me. He like, man, bruh, don't do that. So I'm like, get your people or everybody finna be mad. Everybody finna be mad at this point. So his people like, man, what? Like, you finna tell them? Which they knew what I was talking about because obviously they told him or whatever. And honestly, I feel like his people liked me more than they liked her, thing too, just because the way I carried myself, the way I presented myself, I'm not going to say they was ratchet, but I carry myself very nicely. I came outside, I had some clean Air Forces, some nice Fashion Nova jeans, nice shirt, probably a hat to go with it. Like, I threw that stuff on just to go outside. Nowadays, I'll probably put on some pajamas and call it a day. But still. So, I'm like, you better get him before I tell him. He's like, man, don't tell him. I'm like, all right, then get your people. Like, get your dogs. Like, what you talk about? So, we stopped arguing or whatever. We stopped arguing. And so, when weeks going by, me and my boyfriend, we parted. Him and his girlfriend, we parted. Now we're official. Like, we're official. People know that we're together. Like, I'm seeing him. He's seeing me. We don't care. They mad. They used to text me like, oh, he cheating on you and da. He cheating on you. He don't like you for real and he just using you. I'm like, what is he using me for? Like, he don't get no coochie. He don't get no money. Like, what is he using me for? So they used to tell me like, he went out to go take the garbage and then he went to go see Thing 2 and da. I'm like, girl, okay. Like, I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like, kudos, congrats. What else? I don't know. So he like, man, bro, they lying. These was lying. They lying out their mouth. Da. Why they keep talking about me and why they worried about me and you, what we got going on. That ain't got nothing to do with nobody or da. So I'm like, you know what? It don't. You right. So we just steady living our happy life. Like, I really thought we was finna be a fairy tale. I thought we was finna be happily ever after, but things happen. But so me and him, we still together. We still talking. And one day he by my house and they on the next street over playing basketball. A lot of the boys are on the next street over playing basketball. So she, Thing 2, walks herself over to the other side. She has to pass my house. So she passes me and her ex and my new boyfriend. And she looks at us. We're all hugged up. But we're talking about stuff. Like, we're getting to know each other more. So she goes over there. Then she comes back around with a boy. And then she comes back around with a different boy. And the other boy talking about something. Yeah, I'm finna get some. You finna get some what? Like, you finna get some what? Cause not y'all finna get down and dirty. And y'all not together. Or do you just, he didn't even say down and dirty. He said, I'm finna get some. I'm like, oh my God. And you just said this in front of this girl. And she not even saying no. Like, she's not even denying it. So I'm like, you know what? Whatever y'all do is what y'all do. But I know that I want my man. And you're mad. So she went back and she told her sister. And her sister, she's talking about the woodworks. She an HOE. She was just with somebody last night. Da, 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 da. And he was just with her. Y'all both be cheating on each other. I'm like, who's cheating? I ain't cheating. If he cheating, that's him. But I wasn't cheating. So I don't know. I don't know what y'all talking about. I really don't know what y'all talking about because me cheat? And I thought I was in love with this man? I just don't know. So they steady making rumors. I'm like, so what's up? Do y'all want to fight about it or no? She like, I'm not finna fight over no boy. I don't know what you and my sister and that boy got going on, but I'm like, first off, it's not me, it's not your sister, my boyfriend, and me. It's me and my boyfriend. It's not, your sister's not a part of the equation. So what are you talking about? So she like, yeah, I don't know what y'all and this boy got going on, but whatever y'all got going on, leave me out of it. I said, nobody brought you in it. You put yourself in it. You're the one that started all this. You're the one that just texts me and asks me. So next day, I'm like, you know what? Me and my man, we finna be kicking it. So we chilling. We chilling in his driveway. We hugged up, and he with his peoples. I'm with him. You know, we boo living or whatever. And she pulls in the driveway with her pimp. And she yells at the window. She's like, y'all cute, laughing and being sarcastic. And I'm just like, you know, I'm so over this girl. I said, thank you. Like, I really did. I yelled and I was like, thank you. And she started laughing, like, real loud. And I'm like, girl, like, it's not that serious. If your sister want her man back, tell her come get it back. Tell her come get him back in blood. Like, at that point, I felt like I was in love with this man. You can't take him back. You can get him back in blood, though. So he like, don't pay them no mind. Like, don't pay them no attention. Like, you know that they hating on you. They know So thing one calls him over to the car, and he goes over to the car. And he like, all right, babe, stay right here. I'm finna go over there. So he go over there. He talking or whatever. He talking to him, and he come back. He low-key salty, and I can tell that he got an attitude. I'm like, what they say? He like, nothing. It's just some BS. It's some BS. It's not even nothing serious. Like, da. So I'm like, bro, like, what is their issue? Like, what is the problem? Like, why is she worried about us when it's not her, like, when you weren't her man? Like, that's not your man. This is your sister's man. And she seems more unbothered than you do. Like, I don't get it. I really don't get it. So after that happened or whatever, I'm trying to think. Yeah, after that happened, a couple more weeks kind of go by. Her and her pimp come back to the house. So I guess her and her pimp, or the pimp dropped her off back at her house because she wasn't staying at her mama's house. She was staying at her pimp house. But the pimp came back and dropped her off at her mom's house. And, she started coming outside or whatever. And, she said more slick stuff, and I just let it fly just because I didn't have time. I really didn't have time. Me and my man, we was good. And you were mad. That's all I was. So, continue to look at me and my man and be mad. So, they come up one day, and I'm with my man and his cousins and his brothers and all that, and they come up and they stand directly in front of his steps, and we're sitting on his steps, and they literally stand directly across from us. So I'm on the porch and he hugging me. He hugged me from behind, and I'm looking at them and they looking at me. And thing one start laughing. I'm like, what's funny? She like, y'all. I'm like, oh, okay. So what's up? Like,
what's up? What you want to do with me? Any bitch come?
I'm literally saying what's up. Like, I've been ready to fight this girl since 2019, 2018. Like, I mean, not 2018, but 2019, beginning of 2020. Like, baby, I'm ready to fight. Like, what's up? What's up? Like, I'm ready to rumble type. So she like, girl, bye. Like, this is between you and her. Da, 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 da. I'm like, but she's not saying nothing to me. It's all you. Like, you're the one. Like, you're the one that I want though. Like, she don't say nothing to me about this man. You more pressed about him than she is. Like, at this point, like, what do you want? And she's like, girl, bye. So they let their dog out. And their dog come running to me because their dog love me. Like, I watch their dog and everything. And because they don't take care of their dog. So I watch their dog and everything. And I had the dog in my hand and I dropped them. So thing two, she walks up with her little attitude. She low-key tried to show out in front of her sister, but it didn't work. Like, you could tell that she didn't really want to beef with me because when her sister wasn't there, she would try to be cordial with me. But when her sister got there, it was like, oh, we don't like you. We don't like you. And it's like, but you was just trying to be on my TikTok. And you just was asking me to make TikToks and dub smashes and all this. But now you don't like me. Like, so she went up. She came up to the steps. She walked up to the steps or whatever. And she picked up the dog. And she picked up the dog and she threw it. Like, when I tell you she threw the dog, she literally threw the dog, right? This is the dog. It was smaller than this. But it took the dog, she picked it up, and she like, I was like, I low-key gasped, but at the end of the day, it wasn't my dog. And I know that they mistreated that dog. So, ain't no telling what else happened to that. Ain't no telling what else didn't happen to that dog. So, I was like, you know, he a G. She a G. She could take it. She could take it. But I really should have took sister. I really should have took thing two and buy her little old puff balls. Them thin old puff balls that she had in her head. I should have took them, grabbed them, and yanked them. Ooh, I should have beat her. At that moment right there, I should have. But I did it. So we throwing subliminals back and forth. So later on that month, we throwing subliminals. You know, I'm in the nail shop. I'm like, girl, I'm pampering myself. Ain't nobody worry about you. But if you want to fight, then we can fight. And I tagged both of them in a post. And she texted me. She's like, girl, I'm grown. I would never fight you. I'm not gonna put my hands on you because I'm grown and da 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 da. So then, and I told her, I said, if you're so grown, just stay out of a child's place. Like, why are you still trying to argue with a child? Like, why are you still trying to like buck up with a child? Like, I don't understand that. So she keeps saying how I'm a little girl and how she can't fight me because I'm underage or whatever. I brushed it off. I said, girl, this is like you fight or not. Like, we're not finna do this. Like, we not finna do this. So they come around again. And, you know, I'm with my man again. Because I was with him every day. Like, I was with him every day, all day. From the time I woke up, got up, got dressed. And from the time he went and left for work. So at that time, we was hanging out all the time. And I was with him all the time. So they see him, they see me. So we in front of his house again with his cousins, with his family. And we kicking it. They come again and she walked past that first and she said something slick. I forgot what she said. She said something along the lines of, y'all ugly or something like that. Or, she ugly. I know they said something ugly. I'm like, girl, are you mad again? I yelled out, I said, are you mad again? And she turned back and she just laughed. I'm like, all right, like, you don't want to fight, it's cool. So she came back, she stood in front of us once again. But she stood in the next door neighbor's driveway. So when she's standing in the next door neighbor's driveway, we yelled back and forth. I'm like, do you want to fight? Like, come on, we can step up. I done stepped off the porch and everything. I said, do you want to step in the street and fight? Like, do you want to fight, or you trying to run your mouth, or like, come on, like, is you trying to run your mouth? Like, come on, let's fight. So she's like, you're a little kid. I'm grown. So that was her favorite line, y'all. I'm grown. Girl. So I stepped in the street. I said, what's up? I'm in the street now. Like, let's go. So my boyfriend was like, no, let's go. Like, come on. It's time for you to go home. Like, I don't want you fighting. I don't want you fighting these girls. Come on, like, you going home. So I'm like, all right, let's go. We walking this way. Which, to walk to my house, I had to walk past their house. Which, I knew what I was doing. I was finna run up on that sidewalk, run up on that porch, and really hit her. I don't care if it was assault or not. So he's like, no, you finna hop the gate with us. And once you hop the gate with us, you can walk around and go to your house. I'm like, no, we finna walk this way. So they're like, all right, then we walking you down that way. So I'm like, no, I want to go by myself. Like, come on, let's go. I'm going by myself. Like, I'm finna walk. So as I start walking, he run and he grabbed me. He like, no, I'm finna walk with you. I'm like, no, you're not. Like, here. So I threw his hand down and I started walking. So, well, I threw his hand down, I started walking. And it was like, no, because they not finna jump you. I'm like, they're not finna jump me. They not finna touch me at all. Like, I don't care. So I started walking down there by myself. And they both go in the house. So they both go in the house as I'm walking by. Scary. And as I'm walking down the hill, I get a text. She like, so what's up? Do you want to fight? Now you want to fight? Now you want to fight. So my biggest mistake that I did not do, I did not screenshot it. So as soon as I walked back up there, you probably heard me from her house. I was like, what's up? Like, what's your issue? What's up with you? Like, do you want to fight? Step out on the street. We can fight. Like, we can fight it out. Like, what's up? So I'm coming up the street. She like, what are you talking about? I'm like, you just texted me and said, what's up? Do you want to fight? And I go back, and this girl done deleted the message. I'm like, oh my God. Now she want people to think I'm delusional. Like, now she want people to think that I'm crazy. Like, what is this girl's problem? Like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. So she didn't delete the message. Now her stepdad in front of the porch, like, let me send messages. I'm like, she just deleted the messages. Like I can't even show you. She just deleted it. Like, she literally just deleted the messages. Like, I can't show you no more. He like, what? She ain't never even text you. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm dead sick. So she's showing him the messages, like, what? Like, I never even text that girl. Da-da-da. I'm like, you just text me and said, what's up? Do you want to fight? Now I'm here and I'm in front of your house and you don't want to fight. So they all rush. When they see me, they all rush to me. They like, what's going on? I'm like, this girl just texted me. Do you want to fight? And now I want to fight. And now it's you don't want to fight. Like, I don't understand it. Like, what's the issue? Like, really, what's the issue? So I go over there. I'm not finna go back home because I'm not finna do this. Like, I'm not finna do this at all today. Like, either if I'm finna walk past this house and we're finna fight, or y'all gonna have to take me home another way. So they convinced me to end up hopping the gate. My friends convinced me to hop the gate with them, and they was gonna walk me home or whatever. So they ended up walking me home. And after that, we really just didn't have no other commotions besides her talking stuff. And I always, whenever I heard a rumor about me that she said, and every time I seen her, I was like, what's up? Like, do you want to fight? I used to ask her that a lot, and she would always say, no, you're a little girl. Like, you're a little girl. And I never got it. Like, I never understood how do you want to fight me? But, like, how do you want to talk stuff, but you don't want to fight me? Like, it was always like, what? So, 2020. I mean, we got into it, but we never fought. Like, we never really fought because she was always scared. Like, she was scared. Like, she never wanted to really fight me. Like, she never really wanted to fight me. So, 2021 came around. 2021, I wasn't even at home. I wasn't at home. So, she really didn't see me. But once I got back home and once everybody knew that I was back in the neighborhood, I wasn't even back in the neighborhood for 2 days. And people were like, oh, she said that you F this boy that you was seeing the other day. And they said that you got a train ran on you. Him and his friend F'd you. And I'm like, wow. Like, wow. At this time, I'm like, whoa. I did that? Like, I really did all that? And it was just so crazy to me because at the time, I was a virgin. So it was like, wow. Like, I don't know what I did to you or what I did for you to make these rumors about me. But it's just, you know, it was just so crazy. It was just really crazy to me. And to this day, she probably just said some more stuff, which I don't care. I go back over there. I mean, I don't live over there no more, but I go over there. And when I do go over there, it's really, I see the people that I don't really, you know, I see people that new people. I see new people all the time. So, or I go and I see my one friend. But other than that, I really just don't go over there. I don't even think she lives over there no more. I think she lived with her pimp. So, honestly, hey. But, yeah, that's the story time of Double Trouble. The two sisters that hated my guts and still do. And it's still up, though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I still want to fight. I still want to fight. I ain't gonna lie. She done had a baby and everything. I still want to fight, though. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And turn those post notifications on because I will start posting